Have you ever experienced this? Your car starts perfectly in the morning, then suddenly, later, it refuses to start. The dashboard battery light comes on, headlights become dim, radio shuts off, and before you know it, the car dies completely. Most people think the battery is the problem, but in many cases, the real problem is the charging system. Today, I'm going to explain in the simplest way possible what the charging system is, how it works, main components involved, common charging system failures, how to diagnose them, and how to fix them like a real technician.
Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I am the technician, and on this channel we break down automotive systems in the simplest way possible with real practical explanations that help you understand how cars work. Before we jump into today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future tutorials on diagnostics. Charging system in a vehicle is responsible for generating electricity to power the car's electronics while the engine is running, regulating the voltage and charging the battery to start the car. These electronics are the starter motor, headlights, radio, ECUs, fuel pump, vehicle sensor, ignition system, air condition, and etc. The car uses quite a lot of electricity to work the ignition and other electrical components. The charging system is often the most confusing part of the whole electrical system, but its purpose is actually pretty easy to understand. If the power came from an ordinary battery, it would soon run down. That's why a car has a charging system to keep it topped up.
Let us look at the components of a charging system.
There are three main components of a charging system. One, we have a battery. The battery acts as a fuel tank of a charging system. It is responsible for storing electricity in form of a direct current, DC. The battery provides the current to turn the starter and to power the ignition during the startup process. And most cars uses a 12 volt battery. Next, we have the alternator. This is the heart of the charging system. It is a mechanical generator that converts the engine rotational energy into electrical energy. When it comes to powering your car's radio, headlights, or other electronics, you may think the battery puts in all the work, but in reality, it is the alternator that keeps things up and running. When the engine runs, it spins the belt connected to the alternator, which turns a rotor inside. This motion creates alternating current, AC, which is converted into direct current, DC, to power your car's electrical systems. There are several parts inside the alternator that help generate electricity. We have a pulley. This is the exterior part of the alternator that is turned by a drive or serpentine belt connected to the engine's crankshaft. This movement provides the mechanical energy. Number two, we have a rotor. It is a cylindrical part inside the alternator, which has winding and magnetic poles arranged in a triangular pattern. As it spins, the rotor becomes electromagnetic. Three, we have the starter. It is a stationary part of the alternator. The rotor spins inside the starter without physically touching it, which causes an induced voltage across the starter windings due to the rotating magnetic field. 4. We have a voltage regulator. It controls the rotor's electrical input, preventing too much voltage output from the starter from damaging your car's battery and other electronics. And lastly, we have a rectifier. It converts the alternating current into direct current charge, so the power is compatible with your battery. We have a drive belt. It connects the engine crankshaft to the alternator, turning the alternator rotor to generate power. If this belt becomes loose or breaks, the alternator stops charging, battery light appears, and the car eventually dies. We have a voltage regulator. This controls the alternator's electrical output by monitoring the system. It ensures a stable power supply between 13.5 volts and 14.5 volts. to safely charge the battery and power the electronics, preventing dangerous overcharging or undercharging. Voltage regulator is usually built inside the alternator itself. And lastly, on the components of charging system, we have a wiring and ground connection. Electricity must travel through wires and ground. Now, let's understand how charging system works step by step. Step 1. The battery supplies power or current to start a motor. Ignition system and ECU to start the engine. Step 2. As the engine rotates, the belt connected to the crankshaft spins the alternating pulley. Step 3. Inside the alternator, the spinning pulley rotates a magnetized rotor inside a stationary coil of copper wire starter, creating an alternating current AC through induction. Step 4. Because car batteries run on direct current DC, built-in diodes inside the alternator convert the AC current to DC current. Step 5. Voltage regulator ensures the output stays at a steady 13.5 volts to 14.5 volts, preventing damage to the battery. And last step, the alternator powers the vehicle's electronics and recharges the battery at the same time. Now let's look at the top warning sign that your car shows it's not charging. Number 1, we have a battery warning light on the dashboard. A red battery shaped icon on the dashboard is often the easiest indicator. If the battery light stays on while driving, the charging system has a problem. Next, we have dim headlights. Lights that dim or brighten as you accelerate or idle indicate insufficient voltage. 3. We have slow engine cranking. This is when the starter sounds weak because the battery is not receiving enough charge. The fourth one on the list, we have the electrical components malfunctioning, such as radio shutting off, power windows slowing, dashboard flickering lights, and AC blower weakening, and your car stalling while driving. When the alternator completely dies, the engine may suddenly die while driving. Now, since you have understood the signs why your car is not charging, I'm going to take you through the common charging system failures to look for. And the first one is a bad alternator. This is the most common problem over time. Internal components like the rotor, starter, or brushes wear out, causing it to produce insufficient power. Number 2, we have a bad battery. A car battery typically lasts between 3 to 5 years. A damaged battery may fail to hold charge, even if the alternator is working perfectly. 3. We have loose or broken belt. If the belt is cracked, worn out, or stretched, it cannot properly spin the alternator. Therefore, charging becomes weak. 4. We have corroded battery terminals. Power must travel seamlessly from the alternator to the battery and the rest of the car. Heavy corrosion on battery terminals create high electrical resistance. 5. We have a faulty voltage regulator. When it fails, it can overcharge the battery, leading to a dead battery. This can boil the battery electrolyte and damage delicate electrical components. And lastly, we have a brown fuse. A brown fuse can cut the connection between the regulator and the alternator, entirely stopping the charge. This is how to fix problems with the charging system. Inspect the belts for cracks, looseness, or wear. Clean battery terminals using either hot water, baking soda, or wire brush. Check ground connections. Ensure all grounds are tight, clean, and not rusty. Replace weak battery. Note: never disconnect the battery while the engine is running. Avoid cheap alternators. Always test battery and alternator together. Check belt tension regularly and water leaks. Remember, water leaks can damage your alternator. So now you understand how charging system works, major components involved, common failures, signs of charging problems, and how to diagnose them.